real quick message to the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. The federal civil rights lawsuit continues, and you will be held accountable for wrongfully arresting Mr. Floyd Wallace, also known as News Now Omaha. But anytime you get charged by the state and the state wants to hurt you and they want to try to snatch away your liberty, there's a scary, scary part to that. Without further ado, let me open up this bad chicken right here. Let's call Mr. Wallace. Floyd, what's going on?
Man, I'm excited about the news that I got.
I just got the best text message ever. From my friend Floyd Wallace, also known as News Now Omaha. I am in Los Angeles right now, and I just got the best text message ever. From my friend Floyd Wallace, also known as News Now Omaha. This news is so good that I didn't want you guys to hear it from anybody else but me or Mr. Wallace himself. These cops and these politicians have got to be held accountable for ruining people's lives, for wrongfully arresting them, for detaining them under reasonable suspicion, which, by the way, LVMPD, the district attorney may have, you know what, it doesn't sound as good coming from me. Let me allow you guys to hear from Mr. Wallace himself and from the prosecutor's office that gave a call over there to Mr. Wallace. This is some good stuff right here. So, I'll let you hear this, and then you guys be the judge, and you tell me what you think about the process that happened here, because Mr. Wallace was being charged with a crime. And anytime the state charges you with a crime, it's a very scary thing. How many people here have been charged with even a misdemeanor? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been charged with a misdemeanor. Have you ever been charged with a felony? I've been charged with a felony 1, 2, 3 different times in my life. I've been charged with felonies. One time I was charged with 5 felonies. It's very, very scary. Being charged with felonies is terrifying. Now, Mr. Wallace was only charged with a misdemeanor. But anytime you get charged by the state and the state wants to hurt you and they want to try to snatch away your liberty, there's a scary, scary part to that. Real quick message to the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. The federal civil rights lawsuit continues, and you will be held accountable for wrongfully arresting Mr. Floyd Wallace, also known as News Now Omaha. Las Vegas Metro Police Department has got to understand, you will not arrest journalists. And if you do, I will be damn sure that you are held accountable for what you do to people. Now, I want to say on part of Mr. Wallace, when you listen to this, when the prosecutor's office calls you and tells you that they have dropped the criminal charges against you after they wrongfully arrested you, then it's a pretty exciting moment. So Mr. Wallace was pretty excited, and he was trying to make sure that he had an audio recording of it, because as you know, if it's not on audio and it's not on video, well, then they could just say it didn't happen. They could say that did not happen. That's the truth. So with that being said, listen to this recording. Listen to how excited Mr. Wallace is. So,
Hold on, can you repeat that again?
Yes, sir. The Clark County District Attorney's Office has denied filing charges in the case that you were arrested on for an attempted trespass.
And that's the...
Therefore, you do not...
Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The judge said you do not need to appear in court on July 12th.
Okay, because they're not filing charges against me, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that's where the...
The state of Nevada.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. No, go ahead.
No, okay, so you're saying for the incident at the sheriff's department, I don't have to go to court for that, right?
I don't know where the incident occurred, sir. I don't know where the incident occurred. I'm just calling. You have an upcoming court date scheduled for July 12th. The charge is attempted trespass, and the judge is waiving your presence for assistance.
Okay, thank you for this news. Thank you for the update.
Okay, you're welcome, sir. No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah! Hell yes! Now, if you're one of those people that put a 1 in the chat and you have been charged with crimes by the state or by the federal government, then you know that when you get charges against you, it is absolutely terrifying. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. If you get a jury and you go to a jury trial, what's going to happen with you is you're going to wonder if there's enough Karens and Kevins on the jury to convict you. And you may be innocent. It doesn't matter. The appeal process is absolutely brutal. Mr. Wallace was stopped on suspicion. He was stopped on suspicion. Then they put him in torture cuffs and took him to the dungeon based purely on Terry versus Ohio, their suspicion. So they arrested a man based on being suspicious of him. And then they trumped up some BS charge called attempted trespassing. Well, LVMPD, that may be good. I'm glad the DA dropped the charges, because if the DA hadn't dropped the charges, we would have sued the district attorney's office for malicious prosecution under the 2022 holding of Thompson versus Clark. That's what we would have done. We would have sued the district attorney's office because it's a completely trumped up, bogus charge. Before this incident, I didn't know Mr. Wallace. We had never met in real life. And so now after this incident, and since he's come to Vegas, now I've met the man, shook in his hand. We did an audit together, which was kind of nice. It was nice to have someone there that was unafraid of these rap boot thug pigs. And so it was nice to have someone there to back me up. Let's call Mr. Wallace. Floyd, what's going on?
Man, I'm excited about the news that I got earlier.
So when did that happen? What time did the judge's clerk, I believe it was?
I believe it was like 2 to 3 hours ago, but let me check. It was around 6:41 p.m. my time. Central time, I think.
And so you see the number calling from Vegas, and do you think to yourself, oh, that's probably Chille, or do you think that could be the court?
You know, I honestly thought it was a troll calling me, but when I saw the 702 number, I'm assuming it was the courts, because who else could be calling me from that number like that?
Right. So pretty cool. So she jumps on the phone with you, and then after you realize she's told you, now you're trying to get your recorder turned on, so you're trying to get her to say that again. So she says it again. Now, do you feel like you just want to get pinched? Because it's like, you know, I'm trying to explain to people here who may not have faced charges before what that feeling is like. But, you know, we've both faced charges in our lifetimes. We've both been to jail a couple times. So, you know, what is that feeling like when you know that you're no longer going to have to be back in Las Vegas in July, and you know that you're no longer going to be facing charges from the state? What does that feeling in your stomach feel like?
Man, it feels like a lot of pressure has been lifted. It's like a heavenly feeling. It's like I'm a free man. It's just one less thing to worry about. It feels great. Now, as far as coming back to Vegas, I will always come back to Vegas.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to live there, but it feels good.
Yeah.
To not have to worry about these charges. It feels very good.
Yeah, you know, when you get hemmed up and you get charges on you from any state, Alaska, Oregon, Florida, doesn't matter where you are, the state has unlimited resources to prosecute you for whatever crimes that jackboot thug pig is charging you with. Now, what'd you say, Floyd? So
Yeah. No, I didn't say anything.
So when you get charged by the state, while there's charges against you, if people have not been through the court process, I've been through a couple felony processes, one all the way up to the trial. Both times I was charged with felonies. The first time 2 decades ago, and the last time almost a decade ago. Until those charges are dismissed, the state can use any amount of resources to prosecute you and to convict you. And even if the state doesn't have substantial evidence or substantial witnesses, they can continue to persecute you and prosecute you because they have unlimited resources at their fingertips. You know, when I run for governor and I become the governor of a state, I'm going to create a way that they can only spend so much of the state's resources on prosecuting you. So, you know, Floyd was facing, I mean, is there jail time attached to attempted trespassing, Mr. Wallace?
Yeah, it's something like 6 months or something, up to 6 months in jail or something like that.
6 months, 6 months in jail. Floyd could have faced 6 months in jail. You know, Floyd, do you think that us going to the cop shop and showing that I did the exact same steps that you took and then filing the lawsuit, do you think that had an effect on the DA dropping the charges against you?
You know, I think it did, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it did too.
But maybe he's just a constitutional DA that respects our rights. Maybe I'm being too hopeful.
I mean, well, so far we've seen across the country prosecutors drop charges or fail to charge cops where they murdered the guy over there in Colorado, you know, and then they got it right where they charged the cops for murdering the other guy in Colorado. There's just so many killings on the phone. But I wanted to jump on, and this is another great big thank you to everybody who helped crowdfund the cost of Mr. Wallace's lawsuit, because I firmly in my heart, in my head, in my being believe that the prosecuting office, understanding that there were people surrounding Mr. Wallace that would go after them through the legal process, I think that that was a gigantic piece in the prosecutor looking at it and going, because, you know, how many other people of not without a lot of means, without a lot of financial means, how many people, Floyd, do you think get prosecuted unjustly because there's no attention, there's no light, there's no media, there's no one backing up that person? How many people you think go through that prosecution process?
I'm going to assume a lot of people, man. And it's very unfortunate to have to go through a corrupt system like that, especially when you're innocent. And all they want to do is get you to plea out to stuff so they can get a conviction and they get the numbers to go up so they can get, I think, reelected or something like that.
Yeah, you know, currently the governor in Nevada is Joseph Lombardo. Joseph Lombardo is the previous sheriff of Clark County. So in Nevada, the current governor is an ex-pig. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Well, Floyd, I just wanted to jump on the line with you for a minute. I wanted to say thank you again to all the people off the top of my head: V. Boyer, Greg, Mikey, Chevy, Raphael, David. Chevy, what's up, Chevy? What's up, Chevy? God bless you, brother. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Michael threw in on that. Lee threw in on that. Adam threw in on that. Greg did. Charles did. SWE Observer did. Gary did. You know, Greg did. I mean, Chuck always throws in. Tom Shaw threw in. You know, all these people threw in to support someone who they didn't know that they won't get any return on their investment other than the return on the investment you get in your heart, your soul, and hopefully the afterlife that we all get to be a part of. I hope that's we all get to meet on the other side. Anyway, Floyd, was there anything else you wanted to say to the people while I got a couple hundred people here on the line?
No, yeah, I do. I want to thank everybody for funding the lawsuit, and I will be pursuing this vigorously because they can't violate my rights like this and get away with it.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, that's everything, though. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
God bless you. Everybody get over to News Now Omaha. Make sure you subscribe to News Now Omaha and let some of his videos play so that he can get a little traction on YouTube as well. All right, Floyd, I'll let you go, man. Thanks for your time.
You too, man.
All right, later, brother. Okay, so, I mean, there it is. There it is right there. Because y'all helped Mr. Wallace not face a prosecution. That's what y'all did. That's what y'all did. That's what y'all did. So there that is. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.